Record. Well, hello and welcome. This is February 2nd, Saturday Q&A, live coaching and everything. And I thought I start off with a question from me to Jess. Jess, let me ask you this. I mean, I see you doing a lot of Facebook Lives. Like, you do almost every day. I think you do it every day. And how do you plan out your content? How do you know what you're going to talk about in that particular day? Do you have the whole week planned out, or you're just like, okay, I need to do a live, and you just come up with the topic? Share your thought pattern.
Okay, yeah. What I do is I have like a theme, a general theme I want to talk about. And from that, I just read some phrases on Instagram, for example. But what is very, very helpful is to do a research on Amazon, maybe in the book related to the theme I want to talk about.
Interesting.
And just the title of one chapter, or something very small that I read, and then I can share the tips. And well, sometimes I also share the things I learn in the programs I'm in. Like, for example, when you share the 3 tips uh, to be more disciplined, I said the same 3 tips in Spanish. So
Yeah.
I just whatever I learn,
Yeah.
I share it.
That's amazing.
Now I think for me it's kind of a habit to listen to something and say, tomorrow I want to talk about this.
Right.
But at the beginning it was a little bit harder. But with practice, everything it's easier.
Yeah. I think that's really great, Jess, what you just talked about. You go on Instagram or Amazon, you look at the book, look at the first chapter, look at the title, just kind of, and get inspiration through there. One of the things, that I recommend to people, if you want, when you are going to be doing videos consistently, is you find so many quotes that you post on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Then instead of just posting a quote on Facebook, do a video on it. Yes. And talk about what that quote means to you, how have you applied, or how people can apply. Because the thing is that if you really think about it, I just recently did a live on failure is not an option, right? I saw it 3 times that day. I'm like, you know what? That's enough. I'm just going to do a Facebook Live on it. And it's because I have a different perspective of failure is not an option. So I just decided to just take that and just talk about it. Because originally I was going to create a post and, I was going to say failure is an option. Staying down while failing is not an option, right? But then I'm like, let me just elaborate on it. It gave me content for the Facebook Live. And I'm going to, as we start progressing from where we are right now, we're going to start getting into, content generation. We're going to talk about how to accelerate content generation. What kind of videos do you need to make? We're going to go through video challenges as well inside of this when that segment arrives. But I want you guys to start wrapping your head around, of course, your audiences, and getting into their world and starting to identify their pains, so that when we are creating content, we can continuously line it up with that. Okay. So good stuff. Thank you, Jess. And Susie, thank you and congratulations for accepting the role of Chief Engagement Ambassador. First, I was going to call you an officer, but then I'm like, I don't know. And I really created that role. I don't think I had that in my mind that I needed to create that role, but it happened because of you, because of the way you interacted inside of the community. It gave me an opportunity to see, you know what, it can actually help others and help you at the same time. And understanding that you are a learner and you're not scared of learning things, you actually find energy inside of that. I'm going to give all kinds of opportunity for you to learn. And I need to pair you up with an executioner, or there's a different strength. So one of the things that I've been thinking about, because I was going to do this later on, either we were going to do a Myers-Briggs test, a personality assessment here for the team, or the Gallup Strength Assessment. Gallup Strength Assessment is something that I've used in my programs and my coaching with my clients before. So we might just do, the whole team just goes through the test. And I think it gives us an opportunity not only just to see what our strengths are, but also how we engage those strengths into tasks that we need to accomplish and the businesses that we need to do. You'll find that, like, for example, myself, I know that as soon as I have to start something from scratch, it's really an uphill battle for me. Like, it's really an uphill battle. But that does not mean that I don't do it. I still do it. But I make sure that I partner with people who are good builders, right? So the builders, that strength is a great startup strength. So I make sure I partner with them. So I need those people around me to help me continuously go through my journey. Angela's strength, top strength, was futuristic. So I read up on that, and for Angela, it's another thing. It's important for her to partner or have people around her who are, I can't go, hold on, let me just bring up the strength that I can't seem to recall the strength. I have all of them in here. Notability.
But the one I like the most is the report where they link everything and they're personalized, everything they're telling you. So as you're always saying over here, we don't want to do general stuff. We want it to be specific.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what they do with that report. That's why I was recommending to do the big report, the big, it's
the 34
it's more
strip.
Expensive. Yeah, it's more expensive for about $20 or something like that.
Yeah.
But at least you get everything.
Yeah. I think it's the activator. For Angela, we need to surround her with activators. She can cast out a vision, and she loves to see into the future and what the world could be. But until she has activators and builders around her, that vision is just going to stay like a fluffy vision, right? But the builders and the activators, they don't necessarily have, unless they don't have that dominant strength, they can't necessarily cast out the future of what it looks like. They can create the vision, but they're great at the mechanics of the day-to-day, right? Like, they're good over there. And it just allows you to work with others. I think it's a great idea. So I'll devise a strategy around it, and we'll make sure the whole team goes through it. So we'll know. Okay. All right. Let's hear some questions. How smart to make a video of quotes? Yeah, very smart, actually. Yes. Awesome. That's really great. All of you are, I want you guys to understand, all of you are, I'm going to use the word experts in some regard, some aspect, some aspect of your life or your skill. There's an expert sitting inside of you. And that means that you guys are content creators. You have wisdom and knowledge and story to embark and to cast out there. You got to find your platform. For Jess, it might be videos. For Nasira, it may be podcasts. For somebody else, it might be blog writing, right? Like, it might be writing. For, so you got to find that. How you find that is by doing it all. It's just by doing it. You just got to do it. And it's not about saying that, oh, this is hard for me or anything. Each and every platform that you try to do that you've never done before is going to be hard. It's simple as that, just because you've never done it before. So you do it in small increments. You make a video that's 1 minute long. That's it. Just 1 minute. Come on down and say hello. Hey, I read this quote, failure is not an option. I thought it was a great quote, but my view on it is, failure is an option, but staying down while you're failing is not an option. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good one. Right? Like you're just done. You got to have smaller wins before you have the bigger wins. If Jess can do a live, that is 5 or 10 minutes long, well, the thing is that is the result that you're looking at right now. You didn't see all of the lives that she started from months ago, and maybe she sucked at it. I don't know. Right. So you can't compare your chapter 1 with somebody else's chapter 17. Right. That's the whole idea. But you got to start somewhere and become the people that just start something, and tiny bits. It doesn't have to be big at all. I assure you, it doesn't have to be big at all. It has to be tiny things that you build the muscle with. If you are going to ultimately have, when you have your own businesses, you're going to be prospecting. You are going to be prospecting. You're going to go out there, you're going to talk to people, and you're going to encourage them that they buy a copy of your book. You're going to encourage them that they go to your website and check this out. You're going to encourage them to buy your product that is $500, $1,000. I remember just 4 months ago having a conversation with Nasira, and I said to her, you're going to create a product that's going to be $2,500. She almost had a heart attack. Now she sells it in a conversation. 45 minutes, gave her 45 minutes to a 50-minute conversation with the right target audience. She'll sell $2,500. As a matter of fact, she's the one who told me that I think this product is valued a lot more than $2,500. I'm like, yay, right? But I'm saying that you grow towards it, but you got to go. What I'm really saying is that when you have to do new activities are not just going to come about right away. You got to start doing the small activities. And as we talked about in one of the Facebook lives that it was Mindset Mondays. We talked about, if you wake up at 7 o'clock, try waking up at 6. Like, it's just a little thing. If you have 6 glasses of water, have 8, right? Like, push your limits. Try to do some things outside of the environment so that you start building the muscle. If you go to the gym twice a week, go 3 times. Right? Like, just do something different. And these tit by tit little bits are going to ultimately start building a muscle that you start doing new things. And that's the key behind you constantly changing. You're never going to plateau. You're never going to stop. As soon as you hit, as a matter of fact, when you're working with me, you never hit your goals. That's not the point. You never hit your goals, because as soon as you're approaching the goal, you push it away, you double it, do something to it. That's something that I learned from my mentors. I had a goal of reaching $100,000 in income. As soon as I was getting to $60,000, $80,000, boom, pushed it away to $200,000.
But how do you get satisfaction if you never get to your...
Satisfaction comes from the work that you do. So satisfaction comes from the work that you do. The growth comes from pursuit of the goals. Because the thing is, when you hit the goals, here's what happens. You psychologically, you go into a comfort mode. You go into a satisfaction mode. And then most people, for them to build new goals again and to build that momentum again, takes a lot of time. So they take the wind out of their sails. The satisfaction comes from the work that you do. I'll give you an example. So my satisfaction comes from my contribution inside of the community. When Susie, Christine, Jess, Marit, Angela, Nasir, when you ladies have your small wins, there's satisfaction right there, right off the bat. It's like, yes, this is why I do what I do. As soon as the insight happens, this is like, I'm satisfied, I'm grateful, all of that stuff. But the pursuit of revenues and income targets and everything like that, those are goals, because I know every single time I stretch my goal, I have to stretch. I know that, like, it's intentionally created that way. The thing about folks here at the Republic is that you have a very high barometer, like a gauge for growth. Many of you are very much driven by that. And that is why I said this. I can't remember whose post it was, Susie, whether it was yours or Angela's, that I said that hitting the goals is not the objective. It was yours. Hitting the goals is not the objective, it's the pursuit of it. The pursuit will stretch you. The pursuit will change you. The pursuit will mold you. But learn to get satisfaction with the work that you do, and continuously make sure, believe me, it's a great feeling when you know that you're about to hit the goal and you push it away, like you double it or you increase it, right? I'm not saying that if you have a goal of buying a house that you don't buy the house. That's not what I mean. Like, oh, I know I can get that. I'll give you an example. For the longest time, I wanted to buy the Porsche Panamera. And I had a screensaver of it. I had it in my phone and everything like that. And as soon as I was ready to buy it, I didn't want to buy it anymore. I was just like, I don't know, can I go and drop that monthly payment? Yeah, I can do that. I just don't want it anymore. And I reverted back to some other car. What just happened? I didn't even have a motivation of buying that car anymore. It's like something just went away. But the pursuit of it, the way I was engaged in getting ready for that goal, just changed so many things in my life that Porsche itself just didn't mean much at that time. I don't know. Okay, that was just me. But that was crazy me. But anyways, so that's that. Any other questions?
Well, just to comment, this new learning I just have right now, this I will share it tomorrow in a Facebook Live.
There you go.
So it's like a habit now. Something valuable that I learned, I just share it. So it's easier. You need to start for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's it. Just keep making notes. Just keep making notes of all the things that you learn. All of you are constantly learning stuff. Just keep documenting. Scribble your notes. I'm going to do a video on this one. I'm going to do, and right now it doesn't even matter. You feel like doing a video, just do it. Just do it. Start building that muscle, because when the time comes that, hey, now we're going to strategically align your marketing and we're going to do these videos in this week. We're going to do these videos in this week. You'll be ready by that time. Right now, just go nuts. Do videos about your chapters, Angela.
I have a question, Raza.
Yeah, go ahead, Christine.
Now, through the research process, how you were asking us to go into Facebook and look for some businesses and what the hook is, what the story is, and then what the offer is.
Yeah.
I looked through about 40 different businesses across different party wedding planners. I did some celebrants, different aspects. The only ones I found that advertised on Facebook were the magazines, 2 of the magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I noticed a lot of them, they weren't very active on Facebook, but they had Instagram and Pinterest that they also utilized. And I went in and had a quick look at their Instagram and Pinterest pages, and a lot of it was inspirational things, like pictures of obviously table settings and all that sort of stuff. Now, is there a way of actually going in and finding if they're advertising on those platforms that you know of?
Well, Instagram and LinkedIn and all of that stuff, they don't necessarily have it as open as Facebook, right? Instagram is a relatively newer platform compared to Facebook, and all of that stuff. And this is you're looking in for eco-friendly weddings, right? Like, I mean, that's what it was.
Yeah, well,
What's tell me a little bit about picking this particular niche for you. Where did this come from? Because I know the three other businesses that you originally, when we had first talked, that you were looking to build into, eco-friendly weddings were not part of it. So talk to me a little bit about where did this come about?
Okay, so we have the e-commerce store, which is Party Supplies Direct.
Yeah.
Now, before I actually came to the Republic, it's a business that I need to get up and running. And we've spent a lot of money on acquiring the business. We've done a lot of money on advertising, which has not given us a return of investment. Mm-hmm. So even though I have those other two businesses that I want to eventually get up and running, this to me is the most important thing. And that's, my husband and I discussed that. Now, the
e-commerce business where you're selling party supplies.
That's correct. Yes.
Got it. Do you have the inventory in stock, or it's drop shipping?
It's a bit of both. We have inventory because we had to acquire that inventory to be able to drop ship. So we have a bit of both, but the businesses the suppliers that I use, I can drop ship from them as well.
Okay, got it.
But the problem with what we're selling is everybody else sells it. Like, we're just, like you said, we're in bloody waters.
Yeah.
So I started looking into the eco product side of things, which also resonates with me personally as well. It's something that, part of who I am. It matches my values. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, when I started working with the Republic, like you said, the people have to have a means and a desire to be able to spend money, and weddings is one of those things. People want their dream wedding. So that's where the eco wedding niche came into play.
Very cool. So the products that you have, can they be classified as eco-friendly?
Not the current products that I have, but I have sourced other products, but I haven't done anything in regards to bringing those into play because I'm starting with this process. So once I go through the process.
So, and that's really good. I like it. I like how you've gone about it. And weddings these people are motivated, and they spend money on decor and all of that stuff. Now, are you going to be focusing locally in this one? So I'm assuming like just in your local certain amount of radius. And
I want to do Australia-wide.
So you'll be able to ship products Australia-wide.
Yep.
Okay, got it. So you're not necessarily planning the wedding. You're simply providing supplies for an eco-friendly wedding.
Yeah, and the way this is evolving with the market research, I've managed to speak to Angela. She was kind enough to be one of my people that I interviewed. So, because I'm looking for a pain point, and from the research that I've done through Amazon with books that are available and comments from customers or people who read those books, and then also through wedding directories and magazines, etc. One of the biggest pain points is stress through the wedding, and that's caused by three main factors, and that's budgeting, it's perfectionism, and it's also other people's opinions. Wanting to please other people and people putting their opinions forward. So I'm not quite sure. At the moment, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, how is this going to work out? Because obviously there's other people I need to interview. Mm-hmm. But from the research I've done, there's a pain point. So now I guess the next part of the process will be, okay, how can I tie this into? I'm even thinking maybe create some sort of a planner or just educating couples, because a lot of couples, they want to be earth friendly with their wedding, but a lot of them don't know how, and a lot of them don't even know about it.
Right. So you could have a segment like, you could be giving ideas on how they can be eco-friendly. And no, I really like it. It's really nice, and we can tie it in your e-commerce business. So that's good work. Good work. And I like how you're identifying the pain points as well. So that's good stuff. Continue to have conversations with your with the people that you're either have gotten married or getting married and everything like that. So that's great. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Hopefully all of you are clear on your people right now, on who you're serving and what is the problem that you're solving. You need to start gathering the data from the emails that you sent out to your close friends and family members, as well as to what they see certain strengths and weaknesses inside of you. You combine that as well as to see what you want to do. And we're going to start, February, we're going to start diving a little bit deeper into addressing a problem. So it's all going to be addressing a problem in the marketplace. And when I say a problem, what that simply means is a toothache that we're looking for in our target audience, so that when we solve that problem solution is worthy of paying money for, that our target audience looks to, like, you know what, if you can take this problem away, here's my money. Susie, I think yours is we're going into, was it weight loss, or we're going into
Asthma.
Okay, perfect. And for who? Women?
Yeah, well, actually, today I was thinking, I've been looking at some documentaries and reading about asthma.
Yeah.
And somebody, I don't remember who, somebody wrote on Facebook, wrote to me a comment about, and you're going to get a lot of moms having kids with asthma. And you told us, you might change your niche at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm not sure if I want to address it to the kids, to the moms that have kids.
Okay.
Or if I want to address it to moms with asthma, which I'm not sure that makes that much sense. But,
well, let me ask you this. So when you make your message specific, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have clients from other areas.
Yes.
So although you're working with moms, sometimes you might end up with working with dads.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just will happen.
Mm-hmm.
But so don't worry about that. And when people get to know you, you're the asthma gal. You're the gal who can help get rid of asthma in certain period of time, right? Like whatever. You're going to end up getting other people. So you're going to work with kids and all that stuff. Well, one of the things that I would want you to be thinking about is, if there is a particular target audience that you want to work with, I want you to find out inside of your story, why do you want to work with them?
Well, that's actually what I was thinking. My story is from a mom that had a kid with asthma. And I was thinking, if your kid is sick and in pain, you really want to make his or her life better.
That's right.
So I was feeling that the pain would be way higher than trying to resolve the health problem of the mom, because the mom, as Angela, I think, was saying, usually will put herself aside to take care of the rest of the family.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, maybe the pain's not going to be big enough to target something. Maybe going with the kids will be a bigger issue.
That's where I was leading you anyways, because your story is there. I'm glad that you came up with that. But you're absolutely right. And why I'm doing that is because I'm trying to align it close to your story as much as possible, right?
I saw that.
Because I think it will resonate with other moms as well. And if the moms have that condition, then they will be more than happy to work with you, because you can already work with their kids, right?
Yeah, and they'll know what to do. When they know what to do for their kids, they'll know what to do for themselves.
So let me ask you this. Let's be bold here, okay?
Go ahead.
And as you can tell, I love pushing Susie.
And I like it. I can take it. I like it.
You can. So I want you to tell me, I mean, is it something, can you put a certain time on it? Like, helping you helping your kids get rid of asthma in 100 days, like, or something like that. Like, is there something that you can do like that? Can you claim something like that?
For asthma, yes.
You can. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. This is going to be good, because if you can do that, Canada-wide, you got people coming your way, right? And you could have consultations, you could have a program that you could design, you could add product line in there as well for yourself, all kinds, like the world opens up, but then you become the asthma gal.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I'm talking to somebody and they say that, my kid has asthma and it's so frustrating, she can't get into this sport and everything like that, is like, let me connect you with Susie. Right? All of a sudden, my head just goes there. I don't know anybody. I'm sure there are a lot of people around me who can help with asthma, or they might have helped their kids, but I don't know anybody, because nobody is articulating the problem the way you're doing it. Right? So you become the brand that sticks in my head. As soon as you ask me, it's like, okay, listen, I'm looking for a job and I need help with my resume. Do you know anybody? Yeah, this guy who's going to help you. Like, I'll direct you straight to that point. So that's really great. I'm looking forward to continuing to help you and build that. So that's going to
Thank you.
Awesome. Angela, you're good?
Yeah. Still, where I fell a little bit behind this week, so I'm still working on last Wednesday's whiteboard and the one before, but I'll probably have more to comment on for the next Wednesday.
Okay. So I want to make sure that you're caught up with it, because we're about to move from this topic.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that you have your target audience and the problem that you're solving. Okay. Just have that. Make sure you send it to me, just so that I know you got it.
Okay.
So that we can move forward. Jess, you're good, or have we changed from the lawyers or whoever? Where are we going?
Yes, I'm good. I want to focus on lawyers.
Perfect.
But when I was listening to Susie's comment, I just came with this question, because on Facebook I started targeting women. So most of the things I talk, I have women in consideration. And now when we had this talk about my best clients, or the ones that I want to serve, they are lawyers. So I was thinking to go to market to lawyers through LinkedIn.
Yes.
But now I was wondering if I should change my strategy on Facebook now as well, to focus it also to lawyers, or can I still market women?
Yeah, you can continue whatever you're doing on Facebook. I mean, I don't see any clash. I think. Well, let me ask you this: are you generating good leads on Facebook?
Good leads? No.
That was my suspect. So it doesn't matter. I think it's a great playground for you to strengthen your message, strengthen your story, continue to give value to the people who are listening to you and who may benefit from you. And as we continue to build, your professional side is going to be more on LinkedIn. and we're going to talk about some. Do you prospect on LinkedIn?
No, I haven't done that.
Okay, so we're going to start going there. I'll assign, once we clarify you a little bit more and we start diving into, I'm going to recommend that you plug into couple of trainings. One is going to be very specific LinkedIn organic training, right?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, organic lead generation. How to be able to prospect on LinkedIn. How do you go about do that? We want to make sure that your brand and your message is built prior to you starting to do that.
Okay.
And probably will encourage you to get testimonials from those lawyers that you've already worked with as well, so that we can make sure that based on those testimonials, we go and get new clients for you.
Okay.
Good. Like yeah, I can see your funnel. Like your funnel is not necessarily about you. It's just about, right on the top, it says looking to work with a few more of my ideal clients. And then you have a story in the video of your client, how that client, what was the problem, how it was helped. And then below is book a consultation with you. Okay. As soon as they click, they go automatically into your calendar, they book a consultation, and there's a lead right there for you. And they're part of your email, where we start building a relationship with them with a sequence of nurturing emails that will go to them. Okay.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be good. So that's awesome. Awesome. I'm excited, man. Look at you, ladies. Marit, I know Marit's ladies. She's helping empty nesters or women over 50, I believe it was. Right, Marit?
Yes, that's true.
Look at that.
But I was thinking that, just thinking now that on LinkedIn, there are a lot of articles from young women who has lost their job.
Mm-hmm.
And I never hear from any over 50. And I think, that
right.
I think that is it? Am I doing something that's not right when I?
So
well, why I've chosen over 50 is that I was more than 50 when I lost my job, and that's what my book is about.
Right. You have to understand. One is that if you were over 50 and lost your job, you were not the only one in the world who had ever experienced that, right?
Oh, I see.
Number two.
Yeah.
Number two. I think when you look at the over 50 population, it is a gold mine for you. It is a gold mine. Why I tell you that? If a woman over 50 has been laid off, or maybe she's not laid off, she's approaching retirement. She's looking to create her new game, right? She's looking to do something new. She's gotten rid of her kids, and kids have been taken care of. She's trying to live with her spouse now in a new relationship because the kids are not there. Like, what do you do now, right? For so many years, you were there just for the kids. And now all of a sudden it's a new relationship. So there's a relationship aspect, there's a career aspect, there's a vocation aspect. So maybe what you may want to do is do searches on baby boomers approaching retirement, or women over 40 transitioning in career, empty nesters looking to create a new plan, right? Like these kind of things. Like you want to start doing some research in that. I believe that you will be able to find women who will resonate when you use the terms empty nesters, creating a new life plan, approaching retirement, that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, yeah, I think you're going to start finding data, and I would encourage you to go look for that. Okay. Have you looked for that or not yet?
Well, I haven't. No, I haven't really looked because I've been quite.
Okay.
I'm a bit behind. I understand.
Okay, no problem. But this is, I don't want you to sit down once and try to do this entire thing all at once. The best way for you to do this is to allocate 10 minutes to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Allocate 5-10 minutes to it. Do some searches. You find articles, copy the links, put it in your notepad. Just go away from it. And then throughout your day, whenever you have an opportunity, just read the article. Right? Like, I mean, it's not something that you need to sit down and spend 2 hours on.
Yeah.
Right? So you just do that, because it'll benefit you. It will help you move forward to lay out the rest of your plan. Because otherwise you won't be able to put context around anything that you're doing. So it's a very crucial step that I encourage you finish it this week. Right? So by Friday, Saturday, like, you should be done with this. Know what they're looking for. You're looking for a group of women. You already know who they are, right? You already know. And we're just looking for the problem that you're looking to solve now, right? So now you need to go out there and find, what is the problem? Like, what is it that they're searching for? Why are they attending events? What kind of books are they investing into? So go read books on this topic. Maybe go look for some certain books on Amazon, and see what kind of books have been written. You know, you've written a book. Your book is done, right?
No, it's not.
You're writing a book.
I'm yes.
Okay, got it. So look for other books around this topic as well, and see what angles they're taking. Go to the author's website, like, and see what kind of angles they're taking, right? So that will help you formulate your message. Okay? So right now, I don't want you to worry about what am I going to offer them. That we're going to talk about on Wednesday. I'm going to start talking about product design. Not product design, building offers. I'm going to talk to you about that. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you. Very good.
You're welcome. Christine's question is, can you help stubborn 40-year-old men in Australia? That was for Susie, I'm assuming. Was that Christine?
Yes.
Okay. I'll let you privately deal with that with Susie. Awesome. Very good. Well, ladies, I will end this over here unless you have any more questions. And as soon as the recording is ready, I will post it, review it, because on Wednesday we're going to go into creating offers and how to be able to do that. And just so that you have a preview of it, we're talking about, you could sell this glass for, let's say $5. Or you can sell this glass for $100. What's the difference? How do you do that? And that's what we're going to be talking about. How do you turn your products into valuable offers? Okay, that's going to be the topic for Wednesday. Monday, I'm changing the game on affirmations. It's a new way of looking at things. And I encourage you guys to be there and play full out with this, because by February 28th, I'm thinking that we're going to be creating massive results just because of the tweak that we're about to do with the affirmations. Okay. So look forward to that. All right. Okay. Have a great night. Have a great day, Christine. And, or Marit, have a great morning.
No, go back to bed.
Oh, go back to bed. Thank you for being here. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.